Oops. So, selfie stick fixed. I will admit I was wrong about Bitcoin. I was thinking that by the end of the year, price would hit $10,000 per coin, and that has not been the case. It is just about $25,000 per Bitcoin, Canadian dollars, and I don't know, I just wanted to record a video to let everyone know my thoughts. I have been, first saw Bitcoin in 2011 in the summer, and immediately I had a background in unconventional economics and open source software. Not really a part of it, but just learning about it and believing in it. And the instant I saw it, I was like, that's it, open source money. Been waiting for all of human history for someone to figure this out. And I believed in it, and I wanted to figure out how to get some and invest a little, but I was too busy, too broke. And as time went on, I think around 2012, I started to really believe in this thing, and it was about 10 bucks. I really wanted to get some. Was not successful, but I started to become a vociferous, I think is how you pronounce that word. Just an untiring advocate, true believer in the technology and the potential for a decentralized currency to completely revolutionize the world. And yeah, in the 5 years since, I've dedicated my life to decentralization, and through the Decentralized Dance Party and writings I've made, videos, speeches, gave a speech at Occupy back in 2011 saying that I believe this as a decentralized movement should go with the mandate of decentralizing all the things, open source, and building a new world. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But yeah, I have been a true believer in this thing from the very beginning, pretty much. And from that point, I've told everyone who would listen to me for 5 minutes that these are the building blocks. Bitcoin, blockchain, Ethereum, this is the building blocks of a completely new financial system, a completely new way to register every single object in the world and transfer wealth, and the legacy banking financial systems where you're moving pieces of paper, it's created by government debt-based money. Like, this is archaic, dark age, silly stuff. And I've said, put every single dollar that you wouldn't mind losing overnight into this. This is the greatest financial opportunity humanity has ever witnessed. And unfortunately, I was generally way too broke to put as much in as I would have liked to, which is everything I possibly could have. And the few people who did take my advice have done extremely well. And I'm recording this video to say that it's still very early days, even though Bitcoin's at 25,000 and the market cap for all the coins is about $500 billion almost. Like, this is nothing if you compare this to just the value of all the gold in circulation, the dollars in circulation, other financial instruments. Like, it's still very early days, and the potential for you, anyone watching this video, to make a fortune and dramatically improve the world by transitioning away from centralized to decentralized systems of value creation and transferal, which don't just vacuum up all the wealth in the world to the 0.0000001%. This is the time to do it, and it's been a very exciting year. Decentralization as a term is becoming understood and believed in and advocated for by a huge amount of people. We ran Camp Decentral at Burning Man this year. Everyone we met was like, yeah, decentralization, Bitcoin, blockchains, I believe in it, I want to learn more. There's just this groundswell. There's the whole, I keep thinking of the 100 Monkeys parable, where there was an island that these scientists were studying, and some monkey figured out a new way to wash his food, and slowly there was another and another that were doing it this way, and then one day when it hit 100 monkeys, it was just like the whole island. And apparently beyond, I didn't even know this till I was telling this story at Burning Man, beyond that, apparently the other islands all started doing this. There was a consciousness jump. All of a sudden everyone believed in this thing, everyone was doing it, and the monkeys would never eat food the same way again. But that's what's happening here with Bitcoin, blockchain, decentralization. This is the year, and this is an idea whose time has come, and it's a very, very exciting time for me. I've been waiting years and years and years for this, and it's awesome. And I've had to cash out most of my coins along the way to keep the DDP going, Decentralized Dance Party. Fortunately, I have a tiny bit left, and that is enough to fully cover rent for a year and put together a team. Finally finished the DDP documentary that we promised years ago, and been working on that as hard as I could ever since. And the field manual, but it's been very, 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 very hard with no money and no time, because time is money, money is time. And also recently, a friend I met this year who doesn't even necessarily want his name to be mentioned, but I will, because I want people to know the name of Colin Pape, a great guy from Ontario who started a company called Shop City back in the day as a way to get a bunch of local businesses together to pool resources and be a viable decentralized competition to big box stores, Walmart, all that. He recently got turned on to cryptos and decentralization, and he's building a decentralized search engine called Presearch. And after so many years of waiting and waiting and hoping someone would come along and see the potential in the ideas and visions I had for building a better world through the DDP and the decentralization revolution, finally he saw that potential. And he's not like an ultra wealthy guy or anything, but he was able to pledge a bit of assistance, and finally, for the first time in my entire life, my potential will be unlocked, and I'll be able to build a team and focus and not have to worry about food and shelter constantly, which is going to be great. So yeah, these prices are going nuts, and there could be a crash, who knows. It's still very early days, but we are about to set this world on fire, and I hope you will join the party. It's going to be a very good time, and a lot of people with real solutions for building a better future are getting very wealthy as we speak. And if you're one of those people who has ideas for building a better world, learn everything you can about this stuff, not even just holding coins, just being involved in this revolution. So many jobs are going to be obsolete. There's so many opportunities that are going to be coming along, and the more you know, the more you will be empowered, and the more we can do to build this thing. Anyone wanting to get involved, please, I don't know if this is going to be on Facebook or YouTube, but message me privately or write your email below. We are starting not sure exactly how it will be titled, but maybe an order of decentralists, people that believe in decentralization as the only way forward for humanity, building a peer-to-peer world that will maximize freedom, creation, and loving connection. So yeah, wrap up here before it gets too long, but shoot me your email, and there are exciting times ahead. May seem kind of bleak out there, but once you get on board with decentralization, decentralism, become a decentralist, whatever you want to call all these things, the future looks very bright. Possibilities are limitless, and no matter what happens, we're gonna have an amazing time putting it all together. And yeah, if you are someone who has done well in cryptos over the last year or multiple years, I have a lot of ideas that I want to set in motion, and hopefully a very good reputation as someone who has dedicated his entire life to this. And if you're looking for some projects to assist that could help, that could do well with some extra financing, please let me know. We can do incredible things for very limited budgets, as we have been for the last 8 years with the DDP and everything else. So without further ado, I'll post a bunch of videos and links to all that stuff below. But it's been a very good year. Thank you, Colin, and everyone else for your support. And yeah, things are looking pretty good.